If you're drowning in laundry, constantly behind, never caught up, there is a laundry day system that finally stops the piles in our home. Here's what a lot of people get wrong. They think that laundry day means that you're going to tackle all the laundry in one day, but whether you like to tackle it all at once or spread it throughout the week, the key is having a laundry day as your anchor. Today, I'm going to walk you through how to build a simple laundry rhythm into your week that can provide a lot of relief in this area. And there's one piece that I'm going to talk about near the end that tends to be what finally makes laundry stop piling up. Before we get into the practical how-tos, I want to show you the mindset mistake that makes even the best laundry systems fall apart, because if you skip this part, the strategy that I'm going to give later won't stick. One problem that a lot of people struggle with is that they treat laundry like it's a project to complete instead of a cycle that you just faithfully steward. And this can lead to quite a bit of frustration because it goes against reality. We think that if we can just muscle through and get it all done, we'll finally just be caught up and we're done. But the reality is the people that we love wear clothes every single day, and those clothes need to be cleaned. This is simply the rhythm of a home that is lived in. And when you don't have a system for this, laundry becomes reactive. You're constantly making decisions about, should you start a load now? Which pile is the most urgent? And etc. And that constant decision-making can lead to quite a bit of frustration. For a long time, I felt like I was always behind with laundry. I would let it pile up until I had no choice but to spend a long time catching up, only to fall behind again by the end of the week, and it felt really defeating. But here is the mental and the practical shift that changed this for me. I stopped trying to finish laundry and started treating and thinking of it more like a garden. You don't finish a garden, you tend to it. It's cyclical, it needs regular attention. So the moment that I stopped expecting laundry to just be done, I stopped worrying about it because I was no longer chasing an impossible standard. I simply built a rhythm that just regularly tends to it without me having to really think much about it. On the other hand, don't tend to it, the weeds and the piles grow. So the reality is that laundry will always be there. Your family is going to always need clean clothes, but when you build a rhythm around it, you stop feeling like you're constantly chasing it. You know what's going to get washed, when it's going to get washed, and what you're responsible for on a given day, and you know when you can be done. So that kind of clarity is just really helpful. However, to tend this garden without it taking over your life, you need a realistic structure that supports it. So in a minute, I'm going to help you figure out what kind of laundry rhythm might actually fit your household and your season. But first, I'm going to show you the simple two-part structure that across the board can make any rhythm work. By the way, if you want help figuring out what your real priorities are and turning them into simple rhythms that actually work, my free masterclass walks you through it step by step. You can grab that down below. So a sustainable laundry rhythm has two parts, and understanding both is what makes this whole system work. The first part is the daily rhythm. For a lot of families, especially medium to large families or those with limited wardrobes, one load a day keeps the cycle moving. You just break up the little tasks throughout the day. That's it. It just becomes a part of your rhythm, and it's not some separate event that you have to psych yourself up for. In our home, we anchor these tasks to events that happen no matter what. So we start a load after dinner, we rotate it after breakfast, fold after lunch, and put away in the evening. It's plugged into our daily time blocks, so it just happens as a part of normal life. Now, here is an important distinction. The daily rhythm handles your regular clothing, but all those extras, like the pile of things that have to be mended that's been sitting in a corner for 3 months, or the towels and the sheets that need to be regularly rotated, or maybe your husband's work shirts that need to be ironed, those tasks sneakily pile up and can create a real mental weight, and that's where the theme day comes in. So again, here's where many people misunderstand laundry day. I know I did. Laundry day is to do it all the laundry in one day. And if this works well for your family and doesn't overwhelm you, great. That is how laundry day works for your family. But for families doing daily loads, laundry day is the designated day to handle all the extras that don't fit into your daily load. This is where you wash the towels and the sheets, or you put on a podcast and tackle that mending basket. The theme day gives those tasks a home so that they're not floating around in the back of your mind and never getting done. The power of the theme day is that it removes decision fatigue. You know exactly what types of tasks that you're going to focus on that day. You're not bouncing between laundry, meal prep, cleaning. You're anchored on one area of the home, and that focus can simply make you more efficient, more present, and less all over the place. I know that's been true for me. It also gives you a sense of accomplishment. When you finish your theme day task for the day, you can rest knowing that you've been faithful to tend to what needs to be done on that day, and you don't feel guilty about not taking care of all the rest of the household tasks. So this might sound like a lot, but there is an important part to all of this that makes it sustainable and actually very simple, and that's what we're going to talk about next. By the way, if we haven't met yet, I'm Lauren. I'm a homeschooling mom of 6, and this channel is all about building fruitful, life-giving homes through simple, God-honoring rhythms. If that sounds like something you need, go ahead and subscribe so that you don't miss my weekly videos. Here's the beautiful thing about rhythms. They are not rigid. What works for a couple with no kids will not work for a family of 8, and your rhythm should reflect that. This is the part that really matters, because this is where you stop trying to make someone else's laundry routine work in your home. So I'm going to walk you through 2 different rhythms. As I explain them, just notice and think through one that might make the most sense for your life and your season right now, not which one sounds more productive or ideal. The first object is the all-in-one day. This is best for smaller families or couples who can tackle a week's worth of laundry in one focused session. You start early, you batch your loads, fold as you go, and handle the mending and the ironing along the way. So here's an example of how that could work. You start early in the day and keep it simple. Wash, dry, fold, rotate, stay focused, set a timer to keep momentum, and then you knock out 4 loads by 4 o'clock. The benefit of this approach is that it frees up the rest of your week completely. Some people love it because laundry isn't looming over their head all week. It's still a cycle, it's just a weekly cycle. You know Monday is going to be laundry day, and the rest of the week, you don't really have to think about it. However, this rhythm is not always realistic, or it's really actually not realistic for larger families. When you have multiple children, that means there are multiple outfits a day that get dirty, and laundry piles up super quick. So for these families, there's another way. The second option is the load a day plus deep work day. And this is my approach. Like I said, the daily load keeps the clothes moving so that we're never buried in piles, at least not normally. Then on laundry day, we handle towels, sheets, mending, and ironing. I keep a mending basket in the laundry room, and then I know that I'll get to it on a laundry day. Even if I don't get to it every single week, I'm going to get to it at some point. I don't have to think about it or feel guilty that it's just sitting in there all week. It's going to get taken care of. So this is a more frequent laundry rhythm, but once it's built into your day, it just becomes a part of your rhythm, and it's not really a big deal. Pop in some earbuds, listen to a podcast, do something that you enjoy while you fold. As Misty Winkler says, learn to love what must be done. She wrote a book called Simplified Organization. It's a great book. I'll link it down below. So here's the key principle. Build your rhythm around what actually serves your family, their size, your season, and the help that you have, not around what looks good on paper or how often you actually want to fold laundry. The goal here is to create a rhythm that helps you consistently provide clean clothes for your family, removes the decision fatigue, and keeps laundry from taking over your week. And by all means, if it would bless you, invite your family into this rhythm to help you. I know I have, and it's been a great blessing. If you're a mom of littles, your help might just be them taking their unfolded piles and putting them in their drawer. That totally counts, and it trains them to help you a little bit more with it later. If your kids are a bit older, they can learn to fold, and if you've got teenagers, they can absolutely handle starting and switching loads, putting away their own clothes. Really, all of it depends on how you set up your chore system. And if you want some help on that, I actually created a video on how to create an effective chore system. I'll link that down below. In our home, this has looked different over time. Sometimes I've done all the rotating and folding and the kids just put their own clothes away. Other times the kids have helped me sort into piles and we didn't fold the children's clothes at all. Right now, one child takes care of folding and putting away the laundry as their chore their big chore for the day. So just figure out what fits your needs and stick with it as long as it makes sense. Your rhythms can, and they really should, change as your seasons change. So be sure to give yourself permission to adjust. The key is just to be intentional and have some sort of rhythm in place that allows you to faithfully plod away at your laundry. So as a side note, but a really important one, here's something that I want you to really slow down and consider and remember. You have laundry to wash because you have a family. That pile of tiny socks and grass-stained jeans is evidence of children living under your roof. And one day, there will not be piles of their clothes to wash because they're going to have their own homes. These days are really full, but they are so fleeting. This work is a gift, and building a rhythm around it will help you steward that gift well with a good attitude. But perspective is a very important foundation. But sometimes when you are in the middle of a lot of piles of laundry, you just need a rescue plan to get your head above water so that you can actually start enjoying a new rhythm that is more sustainable and helpful. So if that's you, if you're really behind right now, here is your 3-day reset plan. Set aside 3 days to knock it all out. And I want to be really clear about this part. The daily rhythm is going to start here, not afterwards. So during these 3 days, you are already going to be practicing your new rhythm. One intentional load each day. So decide when you are going to start, rotate, fold, and then put away that load. And then everything else that you do is just extra to help you catch up. So for day 1, dedicate the day to washing and drying. Literally just keep loads moving and get everything clean. Day 2, fold and sort everything into baskets by person. Day 3, put it all away, and then you simply keep going with the rhythm that you already started. If possible, I would recommend roping your kiddos into helping you with this because laundry is a part of family life. This is a lot of work and it will be a lot to do in 3 days. But remember, it's temporary. Throw on an audiobook or a podcast that you really enjoy and keep the end in mind. You are building momentum. And when day 3 is done, you're not having to switch systems. You don't start over. You just are going to keep doing the same daily load that you've already been doing. Only now it actually works and you're not doing a mountain of laundry alongside of it. So it's quite motivating and freeing. So what I want you to take away from all of this is when you give laundry a designated home in your week, whether that's one load daily or tackling it all at once, if that is realistic for you, you remove the constant decision making and you keep the extras from piling up. Again, if you want more help building rhythms that actually work, grab my free masterclass below. And if you're new to the Theme Day series, I would encourage you to watch my introduction video where I walk through the full framework. I'll link that down below as well. Thank you so much for being here today, and I'll see you in the next one.